So I finally got to play on up Sunday afternoon for the first time in forever. And man, I forgot how shameless people can really be in this game. So starting off, open world invasion, they suck. Figure I'll let them know I'm here with an orbital laser. That never really kills anyone, but it does some good damage and it looks cool. So I'm playing on a level 150 faith build. So I'm hoping to take out the Phantom early here, but doesn't really end up happening. I found out after this one he's over leveled all to hell, which I should have guessed just from that. Grab that backstab. And there's nothing that will tick me off faster in this game than just spamming that right there. Because it's really just a ganker's tool, I think. It's never going to hit someone in a 1v1. It just forces you to roll and is incredibly annoying. I mean, I feel like fire coils are much better. I mean, the main reason I was playing at 150 this weekend was so I could use Light of Mikola. But then this blue shows up, and I had beef with this blue. The invasion literally right before this. I was messing around with a host, and he just giants flames me from out of nowhere and ends up killing me. So I was a little irked at that, and then he showed up in this one, so figured I can't lose now. I'll pull out the Black Flame Tornado Halberd. And I end up just, having to dodge all of this spam for a little while. I wanted to backstab him here with that, but messed that up. And catch him with a Black Flame Tornado and off him. And suddenly, after I get out of this blender attempt, the host doesn't want to play anymore. End up running back to their buddy. So since they were playing curved swords, I wanted to switch to a great spear and parry setup. Run back to them a little bit. The host ends up just being completely shameless, which always makes it better in the end, I think. Phantoms spamming that for now. I was thinking he was going to keep spamming it and I could backstab him, but he ends up spamming something different. Yeah, he ends up having fun with that. So I switched to the Erdtree Great Shield and Heavy Thrusting Sword, since it's the only thing I can use with the weight limit I have. That kind of works with it. And it's good for chasing down. So just trying to get around the host here. Figured I'd deal with them after the Phantom, who really just keeps panic rolling. It's almost embarrassing at this point. I don't know why that didn't reflect back, but it is what it is. End up killing him. And the Phantom just pulls out the Ethernet cord. Or the host, I'm sorry. Alright, this group ends up taking the longest, but they are by far the worst. One Phantom just had insane latency and was running a dual dagger setup, so I kept trying to parry it because I kind of just get stuck wanting to parry something when I think I should. Really wish I could have taken him out there. But this is starting to get into a bad situation. Backstab him, wanted to finish him off, but with the Dragon Breath, it's not my turn again. I don't know why that first parry didn't work. It should have, but... And the dragon comes. And it's a fun 4v1. So I'm kind of in a bad spot here. Already down to just using my rotten meat dumplings. Dragon hits me fairly hard, and so I book it. Like I said, I kind of got stuck wanting to parry that guy. And for whatever reason, they just could not make that jump, which ends up being good for me. Use America's Blessing, which I rarely do in invasions unless I'm like fairly nettled. Switch to a hyper armor weapon just because, yeah, that should have been a backstab. As much latency as he has, I just want to trade everything. Start tossing fire coils. Which again, if you're not using those in invasion, start. And I'm not chasing after them, especially with the dragon doing what it does. So I'll use the relocation finger. Buff up while I got a sec. Start tossing fire coils. Because they're fun. Furnace pots. Again, really just trying to annoy them. Host uses rock breath because why not? The dragon uses dragon breath. And normally, whenever I'm here, I'm never sure if the host party is aware that I have a dragon and they don't, but these guys definitely were, and we're taking full advantage of it. So wasn't sure here if they would be following or not. Check back. Switch to Star Scourge, or Stargazer Heirloom. They stopped chasing me, so I was able to get off an Erdtree heal. And again, I'm not going to chase after them. Well, I come from where they think I'll be coming. Use the relocation finger again. This is the rare invasion. It actually did something. Well, again, start tossing fire coils. Ends up taking out one of the phantoms there. Host uses rock breath. Again, I really shouldn't have been trying to parry him as much as I was with the latency. It wasn't happening. But I'm not going to stick around this little area. I'm at least going to get across the bridge here. I still had the Stargazer heirloom equipped, or there I equip it. So if they followed, I was just going to pull them off. But they don't. I'll switch to Radon's great bow. Start pestering them with that. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. Blessing Spoon get some regen going while they're not really able to do much to me. Switch to the cannon with homing because that's actually really fun. Makes things so much easier. I don't take any of them out with it, but do a good amount of damage to them, which ends up helping. Doing 400 to 500 per hit, depending on the phantom. So, it's not a ton of damage, but it's not something you can just shuck off either. So I get a co-invader. Really surprised they didn't turn the Taunter's tongue off. And the co-invader here does end up being a big help, which is great because I wasn't the best teammate here. They had me nice and ticked, so I just kind of started spamming Light of Mikola. Luckily, he avoids it all. So I just start tossing furnace pots. Which again, they don't do a ton of damage, but you can't just ignore it. And my co-invader does me a huge solid of taking out his phantom, which just leaves me in the host. Now he clearly wants to fight there where I have to deal with 2 dragon breaths. Eat that because I misspaced it. Fair enough. So wanted that backstab there, but he got up. And he runs back to the dragon. So I was waiting for that. Hit him with the stamp uppercut. And roll catch. Alright, this one I'm not sure if they were ganking or not, but the difference doesn't really matter. It's 2 overleveled phantoms that were kind of playing like shitters. So I have to dodge in to, not get hit with Mesmer's assault. And I kind of get blender attempt. So I'll switch to Radon's Great Bow just to do a bit of damage. So, Light of Mikola would chunk about half a health bar, and it's really good at getting people to move from a particular location. Start tossing the fire coils. Was hoping to finish him off there. No such luck. So, retreat. And they didn't seem to want to come this way. Normally there's a Crucible Knight there. I wasn't paying attention just now to remember if there was or not. But I did have that in the back of my mind. In case things got hairy, I could bring him in. He can hit both of you guys. Grab that backstab. And I had just enough for a Bear's Roar, which takes out one of the Phantoms. But yeah, in case you're ever here, you can attack that Crucible Knight to bring him in. But he'll hit both of you, so it's a gamble. And you really only want to bring him in as a last resort. So they still don't seem to want to run in or aggress at all. Which again, Light of Mikkel is good at punishing people for just camping. He uses Mesmer's Assault, which, if it's by itself, is a free backstab. The recovery's so long. And Fire Coils finish him off. Right there. He still had me targeted for the heal from afar, which I'll take. And now it's just me and the host. I wanted to use the Erdtree Great Shield as a stop hitting herself, but I end up just running him down and taking him out. Use that just because Moonveil still hits hard. And Flame Skewer to finish him off. But yeah, those are some pretty shameless people I was playing this Sunday. Here's the build in case you guys want to know the stats for it. It's a pretty standard, I think, 150 Faith build. I'm not going to do builds for 150. They're just 11 extra points from my 139s. But thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.